Hello there, good afternoon. My name is Kayode Peters and I'm a filmmaker. Okay, when did it all start? For me, I would say it started right from the very day I got into the University of Lagos as a student. And I happened to I was opportune to watching one of the stage plays by Theatre 15, a student campus-based theatre outfit, and right there and then I made up my mind to become an actor. And I was actually invited to watch the stage play by my roommate. My roommate, I was meeting for the first time as a fresh student, and I said, Kayode, why don't you just come and watch a stage play designed for fresh students like you? So I went there, I saw it, and I was wowed. That same day, I joined the group called Theatre 15. And the year after, I played the same role because my friend, Malcolm X, played the lead role of Smart. I played that same role the year after, and the year that followed, and the year that followed. And that was how my acting career started. And from then on, I continued playing leads in all the stage performances by Theatre 15, University of Lagos. And in my final year, I became the first student to direct Theatre 15, University of Lagos. So the thespian thing has been in me right from the outset. What motivated me to join in the film industry? Right from when I was a kid, I'd always watched TV series, movies, most especially TV series, and I'd been fascinated by the way they do their things, fascinated by the acting, and also I told myself, I used to scribble things down, even before I got to the University of Lagos, scribble things down, scripts that I feel, one day I'll just do this script and to be on TV. But there I found myself. I saw the making of the leading program back then, Checkmates, while I went to visit my mom, who was a staff of the University of Lagos. So I saw them shoot live, and I was really, I was entertained, I was fascinated, and I really wanted to join it. So that also shaped my desire to become an actor. And yeah. Qualifications. The only qualification I had prior to that time was being a member of Theatre 15, University of Lagos. Tell you what, as at that time, there was no theatre department at the University of Lagos. So everything that has to do with theatre, with acting, and what have you, has to be Theatre 15, because we were students, people from different departments, different faculties. You see engineering students in the same club, students from mass communications, from business admin, law, English, which I studied, from different departments and faculties. We come together, we do our acting stuff. So outside what we learn in school, outside our course, our modules, we also go through some rigorous processes of acting and learning. And we learned a lot on the job. We learned a lot while acting. So we're blessed with the fact that we were directed by lots of notable names back then. Actors, big actors and big directors doing big things on our TV screens. Yoruba, Moji, Bamtefa, Segun, the late Francis Segun. So we learned a lot from them and went through the process, the actual process of theater workshop, and acting. Everything, lighting, stage productions, set construction, everything. So we went through everything, and it was exhilarating. It was a good experience for me. It's an experience that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Challenges of being an actor, a filmmaker. Well, in Nigeria, the only real challenge that most of us face is finance. How do you make this happen? How do you churn out productions? And I remember when I graduated from the University of Lagos, I told myself that I was never going to work. I was going to pursue this acting and film production. And up till now, and forever will be, I will still find myself never working for anybody, because I graduated not having a penny in my pocket, but right from the outset, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew this was what I wanted to do, what I was going to do, filmmaking and all that. So I started even before then, a friend of mine, we did Crossword Blues, a campus station comedy series that lasted for a bit, and I also directed DBN's first. That was DBN's first TV series, Crossword Blues. But prior to that time, I was on Papa Ajasco, so I also learnt on the job, the actual, because stage is different from TV. The way you direct people on stage is different from how you direct on TV. You have to know the process. You have to know your shots. You have to know everything. So I learnt on the job. I didn't go to any directing school or any film school or any acting school. But while I was with Papa Ajasco and Company, while I was doing that series, I was learning. As I was acting, I was learning. I saw the directors. I checked all their shots. So it gave me that first-hand experience to become a director. So after some time, after taking from some of these programs that featured in, I decided to float my own Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone was a big name in Nigeria back then. It was a campus station comedy series, and it brought out the likes of Denele Edun, Chima Okechukwu, even Basketmouth. He caught his teeth as an actor on Twilight Zone. Princess, the comedian, lots of big names right now appeared on Twilight Zone. And after Twilight Zone, I continued doing some other stuff. I stopped Twilight Zone after some time, myself and my partner, because we felt when you are in school, there will be a period where you actually have to graduate. So I now stopped and now started Flatmates. Yes, some of the sacrifices I made to stay in the game. This same TV series, Twilight Zone, I remember, apart from the financial aspect of it, I used to collect camera from a friend of mine who is into photography, still into photography till now, and I collect camera from him to shoot Twilight Zone every Sunday for free of charge, because I was a fresh student, fresh graduate, and had no money. So myself, my crew at the University of Lagos, Parapet, and every other location at the University of Lagos, we go there, we shoot every Sunday, and we go to edit. So some of the sacrifices I made was any little dime, any little money that comes to me, either from my acting in one series or one movie or the other, I apply it back into the production of Twilight Zone. So little by little, people started appreciating it, and Twilight Zone became a big name. Adverts started coming in, and it became so big. So I remember that period when it was really tough, and I needed to drop some tapes for some TV stations. Otherwise, there would be nothing to air. Some episodes of Twilight Zone. After dropping the tape at MITV, I had no money on me again. I had to trek from MITV in Ikeja to my house, my parents' house in Ipaja. I'm sure I did that like twice or thrice. So these are some of the sacrifices I had to endure to become a producer, a director, an actor, and to remain in the game. Okay, some of the challenges that we face in the industry, like I said, I don't want to keep repeating myself, is the financial aspect of it, the finance. You know, in Nigeria, unlike what we have overseas, like Hollywood, in Nigeria here, what we do is we use our money to do our productions. Sometimes we borrow money from banks, we borrow money from individuals to make sure we stay in the game, we stay afloat, and we keep the production going. Most of the time, it's hard on the producer, very hard on the producer. That's why it took some time before we could. Now we're getting close to what is obtainable in Hollywood. Lots of productions happen every day. But you still cannot compare, because when you use your own money and when they get federal government subventions, they have big companies who bankroll them to put money into filmmaking. It's easy for them. You can shoot for as many days as you want. But here in Nigeria, you actually need to cut your clothes according to your size, or cut your clothes according to your cloth, whatever it is. So here in Nigeria, you need to pick some days that your money can actually work with. If the shoot will take you only 3 days or 5 days, you will make sure that you finish shooting those 3 days or 5 days. So you cannot compare that level to what's obtainable outside. So it still boils down to money involvement in the film industry. Was there any time I wanted to give up? No. A categorical no. There was no time I ever had. It must have been sometimes, like I told you, I used to trek from Ikeja straight to Paja. But you know, when you know your calling and you know this is what you've always wanted to do, nothing at all will deter you from achieving that goal. So there was no time, absolutely no time that I wanted to give up. That I felt frustrated and felt like, oh no, this is not my industry. This is not what I should have done. I'd never considered doing any other thing in this life apart from filmmaking. Obviously, I wanted to play football when I was younger, but of course, football was not the reigning thing then. So I'd never tried doing any other thing. I don't think I'm even able to, or I will be able to do any other thing in this life outside what I'm doing. So I've never considered quitting, never. The movies that brought me to limelight, I won't say a movie, I would say TV series, Twilight Zone, and of course Flatmates. Flatmates was the icing on the cake for me. And now my Flatmates, even from the former Flatmates, it was huge. It was seen everywhere. Up till now, people still remember the time we used to trade back then on STV, 12 noon. And now my Flatmates is being bankrolled by Mnet's Africa Magic.
Uncle Charles, ẹlẹ́dàá ló máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí ẹ̀ orí yeye ní mògùn tàṣẹ ló pọ̀.
There's a saying that goes, what a man can do, kí ló máa ń pè, a woman can do better.
But kò ń ṣe lórí po because màá nù ẹ jati.
Ẹ wá ṣe mí léṣe.
Yes, I act English movies, I act Yoruba movies. If there is pidgin movie, yes. Outside those 3 languages, I can't speak any other thing. Okay, some of the movies I've done and directed, like I'll make mention of Crazy Grannies that is on Amazon, bought exclusively by Amazon. I've done some movies that went to the cinemas, like Dead Right, lots of them, so I'm just trying to remember. Mother in War, Survival, Nazi. I've done so many that are in the cinemas that I even can't remember right now, and of course so many also on pay TV, so many on DSTV, and I still keep shooting. Was that a time I was happy that I stayed in the industry? Of course, I'm always happy I'm in the industry. Like I said, I don't think I would have done any other thing. So I'm happy being doing what I love to do. You know, when you come with what I'm doing right now, being a filmmaker is like me combining my vocation and my vacation. Yeah, so it's fun for me when you are getting paid, when you see money, you make money from what you love to do. It's like being a footballer. A footballer likes to play football every time, likes to play all 90 minutes every time, and you still get paid massively for doing what you love to do. So that transcends to what I do, and that's why I'm always glad I chose this field. I will advise upcoming actors, directors, producers to, these days our young guns are on the fast lane. They want to make it big quickly. So my advice to them is to just slow it down, take their time, no rush. Learn the ropes. Perfect your craft. Be the best of what you want to be. And I would also advise that if you have the money to go to film schools, you should. Because even me right now, with practically everything I've achieved, I felt I knew it all, but I'm back to school. I'm doing a master's in filmmaking, so you never know it all. You cannot know everything. So I actually advise them to go to one film school or the other to learn more about this profession, because these days everybody is a filmmaker, everybody is an actor. So you can only distinguish yourself when you go to a film school, when they see the kind of work you do, when your work stands out, and that's my advice for them. Just know that this industry is not for it's no child's play. Filmmaking is no child's play at all. So you really, really have to put your mind, your body, and your soul into it. Versatility. I started off as an actor, but these days I do more of directing and producing. So I don't consider myself an actor. I always see myself as someone that acts once in a while. But back in school, as a stage actor, I used to play different roles, and it used to be fun. Especially, acting is recreating someone else's life and someone else's entirely, someone that is not you. So it's always fun when you create somebody's life and lifestyle, the way he lives, his gait, his charisma, and you make it yours. So I used to enjoy it a lot. And up till now, sometimes when I need to be an actor, yeah, I still try to. But I think I'm a bit on the stereotype type, maybe because of my looks and all. I've not been able to do some roles like a houseboy and all that. But as an actor, you should be able to play any role entirely. So probably not for my looks, you'll have seen me in one movie or a series play a houseboy. I would have enjoyed playing it because these are the things that we teach people never to reject roles. So I would have loved to play it. Yeah, I would have. So future plans, like I said, I had to go back to school. I'm back in school right now. So I want to be able to do some projects that can cut across internationally. Some projects that won't be hindered by anything. I need to be able to produce some films that I'll be extremely proud of, that I'll be able to take to anywhere and everywhere. That's the reason why I'm back in school, and it's because I'm challenging myself to be better, to be a better filmmaker. So in the future, I see myself competing with the best, the very, very, very best of filmmakers, and that is my main aim, my focus. That's my goal, and that's where I see myself in the future. I would advise young filmmakers, and advise that the industry should do more and encourage more people, more young guns. I see these young filmmakers, they are so gifted, so gifted. So I think they need to be encouraged. I actually know some of them that put money together, went to film schools. Some actually traveled outside the shores of Nigeria. They went to film schools, they became better, they came back to Nigeria, and they are doing massive stuff. Sometimes I watch their films, I watch their movies, and I'm impressed that, oh wow, these young guys could do this. There are lots of them doing great things. Kayode Peters, Captain Dexy, lots of them. I'm really proud of them, and proud of what they have been able to achieve within this short space of time, because they actually took their time to improve themselves, to learn more. It's a learning process every day. So I want to see the industry grow further than it is right now. I want to see this industry become as big as the music industry, because the music industry right now is, I think we've been able to edge out every industry in the world. Now that it's even Americans that we used to look at like gods, demigods, that now try to pitch themselves to collaborating with our young musicians, and it's really encouraging. So I see the movie industry going through that same process. Already we are primed. We are primed for it. I can see it happening in some years to come, because you see some of the productions that we churn out, and you'll be glad that these actually are Nigerian productions. So that's where I see the industry going to in the shortest period of time.